Hey guys, so given my 2 years experience, guys, in the business of chicken farming, I've had actually the privilege of visiting several farms. I've received calls on from several farmers, majorly small scale farmers. They have, one of them has like a 500 chickens, the other one had I think 700. Yeah, it's a good number. It's a good number to start, as long as you can feed them. You have the ability to feed them. That's only the issue. So I've had that privilege for some time now, and I've visited those farms, and it turns out that the preferred breed of chickens these days is actually eggs, guys, or in this case layers, guys. So people are actually shifting away from the traditional chickens because of a number of reasons, which I'll explain, guys. So before you get into that, guys, look at my garden. This is my small garden here. Look at this. How do I get in? Okay, let's do that. Look at this, my kale. I planted this I think a month ago, and it's doing well. I think it's doing well. It's a rainy season, so you will expect things to be growing really fast this particular time of the year. So it's rainy, and the greens are doing well. It's a bit grassy. I mean, a lot of weeds in there, but it has to be weeded, I think. So, but it's growing pretty well. Look at this. So, I mean, what is the reason? What is stopping you guys from having an organic kind of meal every time? If you are living on a farm, guys, there's no reason you shouldn't have an organic meal every day on your plate, guys. So this is mine. This is mine actually. This is my plate. These are veggies. You can see from the distance. We also have this. Look at this. Now this kale. I understand that maybe if you're in the US, it could be a different name, but here I think you call it kale. This is the local name you use to that. And then these are what you call cowpeas. This is cowpeas. It's a very common meal here. It's a very common grains, a source of grains or vegetables here. So these are cowpeas. These broad leaves here, they look like beans, but actually not. Actually, the seeds are a similar size to beans, so they could be in the same class. So this konde in our local language call it konde, but in English, I think I'm pretty sure it's cowpeas. So I've grown a lot of it all the way to that distance. The chicken house is right there. This is the my small farm here. So let me show you another thing. It's a very common. I tried growing. I think I have more seeds here. These are for kale. They're just popping up. You can see they're growing, starting to grow. Hopefully the rain will continue for some time so that they grow very well. Kale is mostly, grows mostly when you have rain. Anyway, so back to what I was talking about, guys. Why people are shifting away from the traditional Kinesia chickens to actually egg laying layers at this particular time in this particular period. One of the reasons why people are shifting, and the reason they are abandoning actually the traditional chicken, is because of actually the efficiency, guys. The efficiency in terms of production, guys. Traditional chickens are very number one, I'll call these in terms of productivity, in terms of eggs, guys. You will expect less than 100 eggs, at most 100 eggs a year from that chicken, guys, the traditional hen, guys. So you'll expect less than 100, 80 to 100. That is the maximum you can get from a local chicken, guys, compared to layers or the Isa Browns layers, which can give you up to 330, 340 eggs a year, guys. So you see the difference is huge. So this is the reason. That is the reason, guys. Productivity is very important, guys, when you are considering starting this kind of business, guys. So how productive are they? How productive are those traditional chickens? They are not that productive, guys. That is just one of the obvious reasons. It's just one of the number one reasons why people opt for the layers, guys. Now, reason number two why you'll find that personally I shifted from the traditional chickens all the way to layers is because of the time needed, guys. The time needed to maturity, the time it takes to mature, guys. So it takes a lot of time. It takes quite a longer time for the traditional chickens to start actually maturing. Now they take around 6 to 7 months for them to start being productive, guys. Now compare that with the layers, the current layers, guys, which take around 4.5 months. That is around 18 weeks. You should have started to see your first egg, guys. So they grow faster. Therefore they're able to start giving you the profits away earlier compared to the traditional chickens, guys, which take 7 months. I mean, if you have time to wait for 7 months or 6.5 months for you to start receiving eggs, guys, it's okay. You can go ahead and start the kind of business. But if you don't, and you time value of money, if you remember the time value of money, guys, you have to be very specific in whatever you're doing, because people are making money within a short time. There are people are making money within a short period of time, and there are people taking or take a longer time to make money. So you have to be specific. You have to be choosy in the kind of business that you're doing. So in the kind of business that you're doing, so you have to remember that time is very important. It's a very important element when it comes to business or when it comes to making money, guys. So you want to make money faster, and you have to be accurate in whatever you're doing. So consider these two. One chicken takes 6 months to grow. The other one takes 4.5 months to start being productive. So which one will you go for? Obviously the one that's taking a shorter period, because you want your returns to start getting in faster. You want to the motive of a business or any business out there is make profits, and it has to be made. The profits have to be made in a shorter period of time. So you looking at those two, guys, it is obvious that you have to go for the the modern layers, guys, compared to the traditional chicken, guys. Now number 3, and this is very important, feed conversion ratio. It basically means the amount of foods per maybe kilogram or per gram it takes for for a chicken to gain a certain amount of weight, you see. So for instance, if you are feeding a chicken, let's say if a chicken consumes within a particular time 1 kg of feeds, how much weight will it have gained within that particular time? It could be a month, could be 3 weeks. That's what's called the feed conversion ratio. Now let me explain that. Traditionally, you have chickens, chickens which are free range, and they take a lot of time, guys. They take quite some time to grow. That is because of the the genetic makeup of the chicken is it's let's just say quite slow. So compared to the layers that you have at the moment. Now, if you compare those two, guys, it means that the fact that the local chicken, guys, they take quite an amount of time to grow. It means their feed conversion ratio is very low, guys. It's very low. So it will consume a lot, but the weight gain will be very slow, very slow, guys, compared to the modern chicken that you have, guys, the layers that you have. So the fact that they take a shorter period of time, it means they're converting a lot of most of their feeds to weight, which means which in the process makes them to grow faster. So you get the difference. Yeah. So the genetic makeup of a chicken, the traditional chicken, is actually hindered by these factors, guys. Simply, when you're considering the FRC, guys, FCR in this case. So you want a breed, and remember, this is a business, guys. You want a breed that takes a shorter period of time to grow. You feed it, this amount of feeds let's say this particular time, and you expect this kind of results at the end of that particular time. Let's take 1 year or 1 month, guys. You feed the chicken for 1 month, and in total it consumes, let's say 800 grams of feeds, guys. Now you expect that at the end of that 1 month the chicken should have gained at least 500 grams of in terms of weight, guys. So you see the difference between these two. So compare that to the traditional chicken, which takes quite an amount of time to grow, guys, to actually use that feeds, guys. So you'll find that you are feeding it a lot of feeds, guys, and it is not actually attaining that weight that you expected at the end of that particular time. So FCR is very important, guys, when you are comparing which breed to go for, guys. So consider those 3 reasons, guys, and that is the reason. That's I looked at those three reasons, guys, and that's the reason I decided to go for the layers that I have currently. Now keep in mind that the the ability to actually sell the traditional layers. Now I understand that the prices may be, the egg price, it may be pricey in the area that I'm in, or particular areas that you are in, because people like traditional organic chicken, because they believe it has been fed organically. The feeds are organic. You just throw a bit of beans or rice there, the chickens or sorry, not beans, but maize there, and the chicken feeds on it, eats some grass outside, and they the chicken is well, it grows. But that is solely the reason people base their price on, because they believe that it has been raised organically, therefore the prices of those eggs will be high, so compared to the the layers that you have currently. But it is not just a factor, guys. You have to think of expansion of that business. You have to think of, are you going to feed the chicken for greens the rest of the time? Are you going to maybe put it in somewhere in a in a house, and then you supplement it with the some feeds that you have? So you have to consider those factors, guys. And looking at those two, you'll find that the expansion of the traditional chicken might be a bit tricky when it comes to feeding, guys. So considering those three factors, that is the reason, those are the reasons, guys, I decided to switch to the layers, guys, because I need quick money. And not just quick money, guys, but it's not quick. 5 months is not quick. It's not a quick time, guys. So those are the reasons I decided to switch to the layers that we have, because of that efficiency in terms of production. Majorly, that's the reason I decided to go for that. And then the other reason is for FRC, guys. They take a shorter time to grow, and then the feed conversion ratio, guys, is very good, guys. They convert, they gain weight a lot faster compared to the traditional chickens. If you enjoyed this video, guys, continue subscribing to the channel, like, share, and then subscribe.